certitude. We are here to show you how to design comfortably with Protastructure. Here we go. Okay, alright, I trust you did have a wonderful day. And I want to come here for a tutorial right here. Tutorial class 1, tutorial 1. Alright, we are here. I want to use UK BS code 8110. I want to use axis method of drawing my y and x coordinate axis. So this how I go. You pick it from the building set out. So I'm done with it. Now I want to determine my axis intervals. So I'm assuming my vertical, my x-axis on as it is. I want to make it 3600. So what you do is you press on Shift plus F2 key. You want to make any editing in the axis point intervals. So 3600. Press OK. I want to make this one 4500. Okay, then again 3600. I can round it up there. Then this is simple steps on how to design in Protastructure. So I'm just saving it. So now I'm on the y-axis. Quickly we do similarly what is happening here. Then 3850, 4200. Similar thing, Shift plus F2, 3600. Alright. So these are my axes. So the first concrete member you apply is the column. So we come into the we go into concrete member and click on column. Then I need to edit column structure, my column member, to the parameter, change it to 30. I can use 225. So it's going to be a 2-story building. So I now place it here and drag down. And here, drag down. Here, I drag down. Here, I drag it down. Alright, quickly, the next member that we consider is going to be concrete beams. Then in beam placement, what you need to know, if you want to consider the y-axis first, you place them on the y-axis. If you want to be considering on the x-axis, you consider them. But my own, I'm considering the y-axis first. So you have beam 1, beam 2, beam 3, beam 4. So it will be in it to be arranged orderly. You get? Alright, so this is what we are doing. Remember to like, share and subscribe. So now we are running quickly to see what we can deliver, and I urge you, for engineers that are just coming up, these are the primary steps I'm pouring out from my heart. If you follow this step, you'll be a guru in this design. I'm going to show you step by step, and in our subsequent videos we are going to be bringing up many videos that will be giving you complete guide on how to design successfully in Protastructure. Now I'm coming to the next thing. After drawing, finishing with the beam, the next member you come is you make use of a slab. Now I click on slab. Alright. 150. You come. This one concave means concrete cover. So I'm going to leave it as a default 25mm concrete cover. Then I hope you know how we get this 3.6, the safe weight of the concrete of the slab. That means how we get this, you make sure you multiply 24 times 24 kilonewton per meter cube times 150 will give you 3.6. now this one I can use the default room. I come and click here to room 2.37 here, and you right click and come to 1.5. then I click it, I place it on it. So one thing you shouldn't bother about how to place columns, the boundary conditions in Protastructure. It does that automatically, so it is not of your need. When subsequent videos we can still be showing you how to go about it, and if you want to be following the boundary conditions. Alright, now after doing this, the next thing you do is to come into Insert Stories. Now we are done with drawing of the members. Now we want to insert stories. I come to Insert Stories, total number of stories. You can see this total number of stories. Now I want to draw two suspended floors, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it 3, right? 3 here. So that means 2 suspended floors and the roof beam. The roof beam makes it 3. So I type 3 here. I click OK. Everything yes. Now it takes me to story 3 here. Can you see this? Then what I need to do, I come back to story 1 and click. It takes me back to where I was. Now I went back. I go back to building setout. I go to generate stories. I click on it. To what I need, story 1 has slab, and I want story 2 to have slab as well. I click on story 2. I click on OK. So whatsoever is going to tell me, say no problem. Okay. It's complete. Say okay. Now that means story 1 and story 2 are having the same thing. So at my story 2, I want to generate my story 3, but in this form I don't want to have anything slab. So I come to generate, that is at story 2. See this, and I am currently at story 2. So now I come to story 3. I click story 3. But what I'm going to do here, I don't need slab. I come and deselect slab and slab load. I come here, I press OK. Okay, can you see that? So once the process is completed, it is written here, process completed. So you come close. So let's use our 3D to see how it looks like. You come to view and do that. Wow, this is great. Now I go back to I can use divide this screen into 2. I come to here to Windows, I come to arrange Windows, I come to these 2 divisions of Windows. So I click OK. I want to make one 2D and then another one 3D, like here. I'll make this one 3D. Okay, so I want to see the effect of whatsoever I do to be reflected. Okay, I'll make this one. I went back to plant view. Okay, now I go back to, I come and double click story 1. So the next thing I'm going to do is to come and put wall beam load. So I right click on either of the beams, then I come to edit beam wall load. I right click on it, I open it, then here you are right 3.47. so that means the wall unit weight of any building cannot exceed this value. No loading you can give to this building that can exceed this value. It's a calculated value. Now in my beam, remember I use 450 beam. So what I'm gonna do, I believe I edit any beam? Oh, did not edit any beam, but nevertheless I'll show you what to do. In my beam, coming, see my beams are 250 and 500, but let me correct that first. What I do, I come to you don't need to worry if you had already placed your beams and the values are not what you are meant to give, like the dimensions. That is what I want to correct now. I want to correct that wrong impression now. So you come to filter section list, and then come to deselect all, come to beam, then select everything in this. So you only concentrate in selecting only beams. Then you come to properties. While coming to properties, over here, I don't want to save it now. I write to that. There's a way to make it to affect all. So I come here, I deselect again only the particular beam. And then I come here, I click all stories widths. I click 225. Okay, then this one write 450. Alright, that means this effect is affecting all the stories. Now I'm done with that. But in my roof beam, before I do any other thing, let me come to story 3. I want to make it a real life design. I come to story 3, I go to properties and I click on any of the beams. No, I select again, I come to deselect and to this setting, beam filter, I select only the beams, I right click on it, I go to properties. Now this one 225 is okay, but I want to reduce this the bottom, the depth of the beam to 300. So this will affect only the last floor. Make it 300 because it does not carry any slab. Alright, so you can see the difference between this beam and the beam 2 and beam 1 in the model. You can see that it's different. Alright, having done that, you will come to story 1 again. After story 1, you right click, sorry, let's come again, double click, I'm working here, I click on either of the beam, then I come to edit wall beam load, then wall unit weight, I type again, remember 3.47 kilonewton per meter square. Then the height, my wall height is going to be, I will type 2.7 or thereabout, because the beam drop is, remember our beam depth is 450. If you subtract 150 from 450, it's going to give you 300. That means the drop of my beam, the downturn beam, is 300. So 300 minus 3 meters height, that is the height of this building in each of the bay. It is 3 meters. So 3 meters minus 300 is 2.7. So I type 2.7. That is for where my block, there's my block height, the wall height. Now wall thickness is the type of blocks you want to use. So I'm using a 9 inches block, 225. I type OK. beautiful. Now I right click, I go to copy beam wall load. Then with this I can highlight everything. I go to I right click and go to paste copied beam load. I click everything yes, right, yes. You select what will be the effect. You decline. You can see that the effect is here, that they now this is the beam is carrying a block. You can see that. And now you come into the similar thing, you go to my trees. I come to here, I click on where I'm right. This is my working plan. I come to my working plan, I click on it, then go to my tree, type 2. So in this form I highlight this one a 2 because I want this one to carry a block, to carry some blocks. Then I click, I go to paste again. You can see that the effect is happening, is showing here. So this one carry blocks, this one carry blocks. Okay, I come here, I to my plan workspace, and then I go to 3, story 3 in my trees. Then in this one I have to edit again. I come to edit wall beam load, because this one does not carry equal block. I put here 3.47 as a wall unit weight, but this one I'm going to use 1.5 maximum of 1.5, then 0.225. Then I come okay, I right click just as we did the other one. I come to copy beam wall load, and then from here I highlight all the beams. This one everything, the thing will just, no matter what you select here, so far you have selected, it will just go directly to beam. Anything that is beam will be pasted, not whether it copies both the grid lines and any other member, it doesn't affect it. So now you come to okay, yes, and wait for a while. You can see the effect now. You can see the effect. This is the effect on this structure. That is good. Alright, now I come to my plan, my working view. This is how our building looks like. Alright, now immediately you are done with this, the next thing you do, you come to analysis, building analysis. Now we are done with the model. We come to building analysis. You wait for a while for it to load. Remember, the first member we use after putting our grid lines is number 1, the column, seconded by the beams, seconded by the slabs. Remember that you must edit your beams and your slab based on your design plans. Now our design for column is 225 by 225, and then our beams are 225 by 450 depth. That is the minimum we can go with. Alright, okay, and remember that your column sizes and your beam sizes can be affected by the width and the intervals of the columns as well as the length of your beam. So the higher the length of your width of your beams, the deeper your beams. You can have 500 beams, 600 beams, 650, 750, even 900 beams, depending on the intervals of your column and the column positions. And then the wider the intervals of the column, the wider the beams as well. So you must take note of that, those analysis first. And okay, what then in this one, once the building analysis opens, you come to parameters. I want to show you something very vital here. In foundation, you come to foundation. Here, allowable stress of soil is it tells you the bearing capacity of the soil. Now what you do, you check from the soil test what was given. So my own, I'm assuming 120. I'm assuming 120. This one, don't touch anything here, just take as default. Here I'm going to use this is what I use as my project header: tutorial 1, engineer DS data, check by this, and then so you have to put all these things. So as your I can put here propose 5-bedroom duplex for tutorial use. Can you see that? So during after your design, this will be very vital. If you don't put all these titles, it is going to affect your report. So the first thing you need to come here and put all that concerns that design, so that when you want to generate your report, it will not give you issues. Though there are ways to edit it, in case you are as a novice, you don't know much, this is the first step you need to take. Then you come to OK. Then the next thing you do, you come to load combination and come to loading generator. In loading generator, you come to create unfactored load horizontal, and we leave it as it is, because this is just a 2-story building, no need for wind load. So other tutorials we are going to show you when to put wind load. So you click OK. Now as I told you earlier, there's no need for wind load. Assuming that we need wind load, we have come to wind and story load. So in our subsequent tutorials, we are going to show you how to go about that. And now in this one, you come to concrete columns, you come to rebars. What you need to do, you come to deselect. For column, what do you want to do? I choose Y16 and Y20 maximum reinforcement. I don't have wall in my design, I don't have this and this, I don't have. So what I have is concrete beams. So concrete beams, I deselect, I come to Y16 and Y20. That is what I want to use in this type of design. So I come to slab, I deselect here, I come to Y12, I want to use Y12. Then in my links, I come here, links, I want to use Y10, I come OK. Now that's all about this section. And then remember, let me still come again, I come to foundation floor, let's edit something here. Rebars, I want to use Y12 and Y16. So any of the case. So soil type, you can choose. So all these things are very vital. What type of soil is reflecting in the soil test? Is it soil or clay or sealed? So I'm using clay here. So whatsoever will be the soil is reflecting here, clay. So I'll come to links. My link is 10, Y10. So good, that's great. I come OK. Now I'm done with that. I come to this one, no need to change anything here. This one I can come here, I put Y here. This one will mesh for meshing of my stories. I've used this one. We are going to see the effect later. Now I leave the stiffness settings. Let me leave this one. I come to analysis. I come to building model. So I want to check whether what we just did is correct. If there's any error, we are going to see it reflecting here. Okay, let's see what is happening. If there's any error in our model, we are going to see it here. So see, from our conclusion, the conclusion of the software says building model check completed, number of error 0. So you can see that. So that means what we did is absolutely correct. Then we come to post analysis. in post analysis, no need to do that, so we wait until we finish designing. Then we wait for a while. You close, sorry about that, you close, and then come to analysis again, come to load f by fe. You wait for it to save, wait for it to save. Remember what we just did after your brick lines, columns placement, your beams placement, your slab placement. After that, you come to select your stories. After selecting stories, how many stories you want to use. If you want to use story 3-story building, you put 4 because of the roof beam. Then you generate them. After generating, you come and place your beam wall loads. After generating your beam wall loads, you come into play with the building analysis. You put all those parameters. After putting those parameters, the next thing you do, you come into fe chase down. Now we want to chase down, share the loads of this building evenly. Okay, you come, you do follow what I do here. Quickly we do this. Alright, you wait for a while for it to load. It's going to chase down. Remember, in chasing down your building, you must stand at the last floor and bring it down till it finishes. You don't just stand at story 1, even though as this software is, if you are mistakenly at story 1, it's going to take you to the last stories. Then from there it will chase down all the loads evenly. Alright, so let's wait for a while for it to finish generating the report for us. Alright, this is the simple step that can guide you to design properly. Any other step aside this, I don't think it's supported. Alright, now beam load have been calculated at all stories. So you say okay. Now you come to close. In close, you come to apply to all beams in the model. Remember, you press OK and then exit. I can save my work now. Let me save my work in case of necessity or eventuality. You have to wait for a while for it to refresh. Remember what we just did. We come to decompose FE, decompose FE. After that, we want to go into floor, then chase it down and see how it works as well. Then after that, we go into the design proper. Alright. Okay, come here. Okay, FE floor analysis. So quickly you come here, FE floor analysis, say okay. Whatever it tells you, okay. Now come here to story 3, because you want to stand at story 3 to do anything you want to do. It must be at story 3. So now come okay. There's some beams that were not well calculated, so is calculating it. Let's see what it will give us. Alright, come to chase down. Chase down to come to 0.25. Your beam, you come to type 0.33. Your column, you type 0.33. Your wall, you type 0.25. All these are the stiffness you must use for designing of your structural members. You must ensure that these values are imputed to guide and help the system to design your slab properly, your beams and columns and walls properly. So we have to wait for it to finish loading. Alright, say okay. Okay. It's okay. Now the next thing we do, we come to again. Okay, in our next video we are going to show you how to design. Now we are done with the model. In our next video I'm going to show you how to design. Thank you for watching. Please kindly like, share and subscribe, then as well follow us in our subsequent videos. Thank you.